And you don't have to go out and buy yourself a special kind of disc. You can just use a typical disc and it works. Actually, the average time on the ULP mode is 13 hours 48 minutes. So close. Like I say, close to 14 hours. Now, you might ask yourself, well, what does the format, what does the video look like after 13 hours? After nearly 14 hours? Well, I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks completely fine. Now, some people will complain that it looks a little blurry, but it all depends on what program you're recording. I mean, I remember I recorded the Beatles for my mom, because they had a Beatles marathon because they released a Rock Band last year. And the one thing she said, she told me she noticed that it looked a little blurry. Well, like I said, it all depends on the footage that you're recording. Because everything else I've recorded looks okay. It looks fine. There's really no big deal about it. Nothing's wrong with it. Now, and that's why, I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. And that's why I use the ULP mode, because not only does it allow me to record more, but it gives me more. I mean, think about it this way. Let me show you an example. Let me show you a good example. I'm pretty sure I got something in here. Ah, here we go. Let me show you a good example. This disc here, was one of the last movie discs that I recorded on my ILO recorder before it busted. And on here I have a couple of movies. I have Revolutionary Girl Utena, the movie, as you can see. I have New Cutie Honey Volume 2 movie. Those are both animes. I have X-Men, Wolverine and the X-Men, Foresight movie. You know, the three-part finale to Wolverine, to the first season of Wolverine and the X-Men on Nickelodeon. Then, of course, I have Sonic the Hedgehog SatAM movie, the Doomsday Project saga, basically the final 4 episodes of the second season of the SatAM cartoon, which aired on ABC. And then, of course, I got the special Captain Planet's episode, Tears in the Hood, as well as some music videos. And that's all on a 6-hour disc. Now you think to yourself, well, that's average, right? Well, here's the difference between this and this disc. Look at that. Basically, I have about 12 movies on there. 12 movies on this one disc. And the movies I have are How I Spent My Vacation, Tiny Toons movie, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, Monsters vs. Aliens, The Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman, TMNT, Turtles Forever, the 25th anniversary movie, Hulk vs. Wolverine, Justice League Alive and Destroyed, basically the Justice League Unlimited finale, you know, when Justice League Unlimited aired on Cartoon Network, The Kingdom Chums Top 10, Kingdom Chums Little David's Adventure, G-Force, and the Going Bonkers pilot movie from the Disney Bonkers show. Think about that. All on one disc. And it's saying something. You see the difference? Think about this. Let me ask you this. Would I be able to do that with just my ILO? No. See the difference? But like I said, that's the advantage that this DVD recorded by Sony has over any others. Now, I'm pretty sure you can argue that and say, oh, there's some others out there that go a lot longer. Perhaps there is. But perhaps those that go a little longer are the Blu-rays. Now, of course, getting back to the features, you have your DV input, which basically when you do your DV recording from your digital camera allows you to go to different stereotypes. You got your audio chapter. Now here's what I like about the audio chapter. In a typical DVD recorder, like say my ILO recorder, or when they started first bringing out DVD recorders, you used to have the typical 5 minutes, right? Now I did go by 5 minutes for a while. And the 5 minutes is basically used when you do the high quality to EP quality, basically the 1 hour to 6 hour recordings. But the 10 minutes that's added on is because of the 13 hours 48 minutes section, basically the nearly 14 hours of recording mode. That's why the 10 minutes chapter separation is added. Now the set box controller is on, which basically means here's your set box controller. Basically means for that thing that I showed you earlier, the little antenna, that little antenna deal. Then the editing, of course, and then of course here you have your finalization, your PBC. You can choose to either protect the disc, you can even name the disc, you can finalize it, and you can format it. I guess, I don't know. But that is basically the the Sony DVD recorder RDR GX257. It's basically that in a nutshell. And it works great. It works tremendously. And you know, one of the things, I gotta give Sony credit. I gotta give Sony credit for this. I gotta give them credit because what they have done is basically not only have they made a unique DVD recorder that allows you to record as long as nearly 14 hours, but by doing so, by adding that recording mode, it helps people save money on buying discs. Because think about it, you can buy yourself a 50-pack of discs, or even a 25-pack or a 10-pack of discs, or even a 5-pack, and you'll still run out of money. You'll still run out of money, basically. That's right, you'll still run out of money because you'd have to keep going and buying more if you kept using a 6-hour mode. But with the ULP mode on this, which really makes it unique and really attractive to anybody that likes to record programs for an extended amount of time, it's worth it. And for the price of what I got, $125 and maybe lesser now, it's definitely worth it. Now there is a slight disadvantage though. There is a slight disadvantage. You see, the slight disadvantage is this. On my ILO recorder, I used to be able to record, well, the thing is, I have myself an Xbox 360. And for anybody that has a 360 or even a PS3, you have a video marketplace, am I right? Well, when I had my ILO recorder, I was able to record some of the videos that I downloaded, that I purchased and downloaded from the video marketplace. But now, with the Sony, I can't do that. I mean, sure, I might get 5 seconds worth of footage, but that's it. Other words, forget it. Can't get it. Why? Because Sony, whether you agree with it or not, has done a great job in showing copy protection. That's right. I mean, even if the thing is on a video marketplace, is on a system like your Xbox 360 or your PlayStation 3, it will not allow you to record. Basically, by doing this, Sony is saying, hey, look, you want to record this movie, you want this movie so bad, either you watch it here or you go buy the DVD or the Blu-ray. That's basically what they're doing. And like I said, that's the only disadvantage that you have with this compared to anything else. I mean, heck, let me put it to you like this. When I used to record, towards the end of the lifeline, towards the end of my ILO's recorder's lifeline, if you will, not only was I was basically able